So I'm assuming you're here because you want better braking for your Silverado. So one thing about these year Silverados is because they go into the 4-cylinder mode, they actually have a vacuum pump to back up the brake booster and actually provide vacuum to that. When in most vehicles in any other year Silverado, they've actually done it to where it goes to the intake manifold. So what we're gonna be doing is actually deleting the vacuum pump, and there's a few products that you have an option to use to do that. So Chevy has actually come out with this product, and it's meant to delete your vacuum pump due to the amount of issues that a lot of us have had with them. So this is supposed to basically block off the inlet and outlet on the side of the block. So let's show you how to do that, but I actually went with what I feel like is a cooler product, and it's the ICT billet cover. So this has a gasket inside, and just in the end, this looks better. One option is like $12 or $13, and this one's about 30. So this one is the one I went with, but I got the other one just to show you guys that is also an easy option. So rather than working on that one, we're actually going to be working on this. I feel like because this is all opened up, it's gonna be way easier to show you guys how to do this, even though it is a fairly simple process. So first, we're gonna start by locating our vacuum pump. That is gonna be down here on the lower right-hand portion. And that just comes off easily with 4 separate bolts. And then it has this slip belt on there that you can either cut off, or you can just unbolt it and then slide it off if you want to retain it. But in our case, we're just going to cut it. So next we have a wiring harness that mounts to it. All you have to do with that is just give it a little tug and it should pull right off. And then right here we actually have the vacuum line that goes to the brake booster. So that, it just has this little red clip that you're gonna pull back, and then it should just come right off like so. So now that you have it freed up, it's just gonna be 4 13mm bolts. You'll notice one is tucked back right there, one below, and then there's also 2 just like it up front. So a little bit of oil, but we had the vacuum pump out, so that's going in the trash now. All right, so in my case, I'm gonna be doing both of these. So right here, this is the GM delete right here. I just feel better about the bolts. I think the plate just looks nice on top. So it's just an Allen key, and it goes right in here on the top. And the next one covers up this one here on the bottom. You know, some people have used these for oil feeds for their turbos, but you know, we decided to go down that snowball. So for these 2 bolts, there is not a torque spec for them. I just decided to use them because I felt like they plugged better than the plate will. But right here, we have the ICT billet plate that I'm just gonna throw on top just because it looks nice. So here, that's just gonna go in and land like that. All right, well, there's that ICT billet cover, and in my opinion, that just looks way better as far as the finished product goes, rather than just that empty little hole. So right here, next we're gonna be doing the brake booster. So this is our tube to our sensor right there. So we're actually going to be plumbing that over to the intake manifold. In the 6.2, it's going to be this right here. And then in the 5.3, it's actually going to be, this same connection is made halfway through the intake manifold. So we are going to be taking this off. Should be easy as that. So I was actually able to heat it up and get this off nice and clean. So this, I'm going to use the OEM little clip here to go into this vacuum pump line right here. Just like that. So now your brake booster will be getting vacuum from your intake manifold right here. So next up, I'm gonna actually cap this off. All right, and then lastly, this end right here, I just melt the end and crush it with a pair of channel locks just to seal it off. All the ventilation for the motor should be coming out of the ends right here. All right, well, that should about wrap up the vacuum pump delete. As you can see right here, this truck is a project. It's not moving anytime soon. I have a whole build series on that if you guys want to catch that as well. But I'm also hoping to throw small videos like this in there because it's just so much easier to get the camera in there so you guys can see what you guys are doing. So the biggest thing with a vacuum pump delete is you're gonna notice you're gonna have more consistent braking. In my opinion, it feels like it's a lot stronger. But anyways, hopefully there's more small videos like this that I'm able to throw in there. And well, catch you on the next one, dudes.